AC Milan for Man United too. But there's no need to panic as a Man United fan. There is no need to panic at all. Yes, we were woeful. Yes, we were underwhelming. Yes, we were tactically outmaneuvered. Yes, we were shambolic. But there is no need to press the panic button at this moment in time. Bruno Fernandes lacked match reading. He lacked the sharpness. He lacked the fitness. I've seen people, Man United fans in social media, bombarding Bruno Fernandes for his performance. Look, he was literally calling to be subbed off. There was no energy left in him, but he needs minutes in the tank. So as you will tell him, we wanted to see the brilliance of his passing, his line-breaking passing. There were moments, there were glimpses, but he lacked the match fitness. He lacked the match rhythm. So we couldn't see the best out of him. Marcus Rashford, same thing. Look at the goal we considered, the third goal Man United considered. Lisandro Martinez practically had no business in the game. But he needs a minute in the tank. So Michael Carrick had to feed him, had to give him minutes. He just came from the World Cup. This is his first match. He was also injured, so he barely even trained on his own before coming to the training camp. There's no need to panic. There's no cause of alarm. If you watch Man United preseason matches, we've dominated the game. We've controlled the game. We've been passing. There's a teletap. There's a connection in our play. We didn't see it today. Mainly because the players that we fixed, the players that we gave them minutes, majority of them didn't have the match fitness. Mazraoui also just came. Diego Dallo also just came. They couldn't match the energy. They couldn't match the tenacity. They couldn't match the desire of AC Milan. That is why we were played out of the park. There's no need to panic, but you have to give credit where credit is due. Ruben Amorim did an outstanding job. Look, we have to also give him credit for what he did at Manchester United. You have to remember there were some dead wounds at Manchester United. It was through Ruben Amorim that we were able to let these dead wounds go. He was the catalyst, should I say, the pioneer of letting these dead wounds leave Manchester United and bring players that desire the club and bring players that wanted to play for the club, to bring people who always seek the badge first rather than their individual pocket. He took brave decision. It's just that it didn't work for him. And Ruben Amorim have been having appalling results throughout the season, throughout the preseason. AC Milan has been appalling. They've been woeful until Manchester United. They've hardly had a win. They've hardly played well. If you watch previous AC Milan matches, they look lethargic. There was no connection. They didn't know what they were doing. But against Manchester United, everything fell into place for AC Milan. There was the glue, there was the connection, there was the understanding, there was the desire. You could see finally there's a smile in the faces of AC Milan players. You could see finally they are beginning to understand the movement, they are beginning to understand the principle, and they begin to understand the core value Ruben Amorim was trying to preach to them. And it's also nice to see some Man United players going to Ruben Amorim after the game. He was the one who brought players like Cunha into the team. Cunha has been a big Man United fan. Bright Imembo. Look, he's a... Should I say that? I don't know what word to choose, but he did magnificent in bringing players to the club. Players who wanted to play for Manchester United. Was it Jack Fletcher also went to him to show appreciation. He gave Jack Fletcher his debut for Manchester United. And that is what Ruben Amorim is back. It's the shame he couldn't produce the result that needed at Manchester United. He was a bit stubborn in the way he wanted to play. But you can't blame Ruben Amorim for everything. It's also just nice to see how the players were able to, connect with him. I even saw Michael Carrick also having chats with him. It's just a whole big, embracing each other, and that is what preseason is about. We don't have to look only at the AC Milan game and panic. it also shows signs of weakness in this Manchester United team. It also served as a wake-up call for Manchester United. It really did, because if we have gone through all the preseason winning every game, we might be relaxed. It's a wake-up call. Ruben Amorim himself had a fantastic preseason with Manchester United in a fantastic first game of the season against Arsenal, only for everything just to go down. But so, if I'm saying United losing against AC Milan by 4-2 and also expose certain weaknesses in the game, it's a wake-up for not only just the players, for also Ineos, for also Omar Beretta, for also Jesse Wilkes, or for also Christian Verville, to let them know there are signings to be made. We were promised 3 solid midfielders. We've only had 2. We're still lacking a backup left back. Whether Luis Shaw coming in to take the left back role from Luke Shaw, or maybe you might get a backup for Luke Shaw. With these signings, I don't want to judge Man United transfer activities until the transfer market is over. But as a United fan, I've not been more positive towards the season for a long time than this season. I've seen enough that will be adept to whatever challenge that will throw to Man United during the course of the preseason, during the course of the season. We need signings. We need depth to be able to compete at all fronts, to get the revenue that we desire, and also maximize the club from season to seasons. Please continue to like, subscribe, comment in the comment section below. United will out.